We are here at Racing Electronics at the PRI show, booth 4721 if you're here at the show. Steve Post from Motor Racing Network. We're just hanging out and talking to some of our racing friends. And joining us now, a new driver, part of Team Dryden. It was not a new driver, part of Team Dryden on the late model. Chris Smokey Madden joins us. Now, you're not a new driver. You've done this a while. How you doing, man?
Just a couple of times. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I am doing really, really well. You guys just were part of an announcement with Dryden, full World of Outlaw, Morton Buildings Tour, sponsorship on the team with Scott Bloomquist Racing. What's that mean, especially, just looking at the last year you've had and where you're at and lots of wins and everything, but what's that mean to establish yourself into next year?
It's pretty amazing, to have Dave and his guys with Team Dryden come aboard and sponsor our team and to help us get out and run a full-time tour with the World Outlaw Morton Builders. So it's pretty amazing to be able to, I guess we were trying to figure out what we were going to do, so this was a key factor in, which direction we went and whether we run a tour or whether we didn't. So to have Dave and Team Dryden come aboard, it's been pretty cool.
I think it was impressive in the media event where they were talking about your first national tour, and I'm sitting there thinking, surely you've won it, but you've not really had the opportunity to go do it full blown. Is this the first shot, or have you given it a shot, or is this your first?
No, we've done it. This will be my third full-time year. We started the third full-time year this year, but it didn't pan out, didn't work out. So we just had to we split teams. The guy I was driving for, we split up with him, so I had to fall off the tour. But the year before, me and Barry Wright had a team, and if we don't fall out of a few races right there, we win the championship last year. So, and then the year before, we run second in the points to Shepherd again. So, we've been right there to be able to win it. We just need to make sure that we do our work and do our part at home, the preparation, and the way that we're running right now is definitely huge. So, to carry the momentum over into the new season starting, and I hope we can keep that momentum going and keep our car up front the way we have. And, we're going to get a bunch of wins, and those other guys are going to get some wins. But hopefully we can just be consistent enough to, at the end of the year, have us a championship.
One of maybe the iconic personality in dirt late model racing is your team owner, partner, or team owner, Scott Bloomquist. What's it like driving? And you've been around Scott for years and years. What's that like? Take us a little bit behind the scenes on what that's like. There's probably a lot behind the scenes you can't do it, but what's that like?
He was a guy that I looked up to for years, and I always remember going when I was a little kid and watching Scott Bloomquist race. So it's pretty awesome to be his teammate, and I guess you could say one of the guys that he calls on to do a job for him. So it's pretty amazing to be that guy. So I'm just happy to be it.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned the way you're running Dryden Extreme Dirt Car Series. You've been running a lot here. I saw you a couple weeks ago in Gaffney, South Carolina. You also ran in Tennessee, and you have another race this weekend in Georgia. You've been winning. Now, my question is, when you have kind of these short seasons, how do you guys balance that with gearing up for the season that begins in 3 weeks? How does that go? Or is racing just the routine and just what you do?
It's just, that's what we do. So if we're not racing, then we're trying to figure out what we're going to do. Yeah. So really, having the little small series that we got going on right now has been pretty good to keep us tuned up and keep us going every weekend and keep all of our guys tuned up on what they do. And it gives us some opportunity to learn and try some more things too and get prepared for the next season.
This is a real elementary question from a guy that doesn't know. Is there a lot of testing? How do you guys test new things with the busyness of the season?
We'll do it at the racetrack during races. Just depending on the situation and, maybe where we're starting at or how the night's going, So, there's a lot of times we're on the racetrack with stuff that we're just testing, even though it is a race. But we wouldn't test something that would jeopardize, a win or anything like that. But There's a lot of times we hit the racetrack, we're trying something different. You have to. I mean, technology is growing so fast right now. If you don't try and test and do things, you'll be behind.
Well, we wish you the best. We appreciate your time joining us here, and wish you the best with the rest of the Extreme Series, and then in New Mexico when it starts off in a couple of weeks.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
There we go. How about that? Chris Smokey Madden joining us here in the RE booth number 4721 here at PRI. If you're not at PRI, go to racingelectronics.com. They have a lot of really, really neat deals that they're doing there as well. Specials even for the holiday season. I'm Steve Post from Motor Racing Network. Thanks for joining us.